done. So on Saturday, because obviously it's Monday today, so we needed to put our predictions out for the NBA first round on Saturday.
Yep. So
So
we just did a little post for
we
you
did a
guys.
little post for you guys. We did a little posty poo poo, and so let me pull out my phone real quick and let me go to our predictions. Please follow us at Mac and Maj on Instagram,
Please.
please. Okay, so the predictions go as follows.
Are
Okay,
you gonna talk about yours?
I'll
first.
talk about mine. Mac will pull up his while
Yeah.
I'm talking about mine. Okay, in the Western Conference, this is what I have, and let's go team by team, or like
Oh, okay.
matchup by
Yeah,
matchup.
let's do one.
So the first one let's do Western Conference first. The first one on the Western Conference is the Jazz versus the Grizzlies.
The Jazz versus the Grizzlies. Okay.
I think we both had the Jazz on that one.
I did Jazz.
Yeah, we
Well,
both had
I
the
mean,
Jazz on that one.
It would be really sad if the Grizzlies. 'Cause
Yeah.
then the Grizzlies would just one of the play-in and.
Yeah. No, but I think the Jazz have this one. I mean, the Grizzlies is a good story. I just don't. The Jazz are the first seed for a reason. Now, I don't.
Right.
I don't think they're going to make it that far. But our predictions right now are strictly for the first round of the NBA playoffs.
Yes, just the first round.
So after that, we have the Clippers and the Mavericks.
So I put in the Clippers.
You put in the Mavericks, didn't you?
Nope.
Oh, you put in the Clippers. Okay, I put in the Clippers. So
put in the Clippers.
on Saturday, they actually played on Saturday. And
Oh, those two teams.
yeah, they played on
I
Saturday.
think Dallas won.
Dallas won.
Dallas won.
Dallas won. Yeah, Luca had a great game. I'm not particularly worried, honestly. Like this shit happens.
Because like Kawhi played insane.
Yeah, Kawhi played pretty well. I love Kawhi.
So what's
Kawhi
the
coming to
problem
DC.
then? If he played really well, how'd they still lose that game?
Luca played pretty well. I mean, Luca, you had a 31-point triple double. Like, so he played pretty well. They got good production from Tim Hardaway. Tim Hardaway had like 21 points. Dorian Finney-Smith had 18 points. I mean, they got good production from guys that they needed good production from. And then the Clippers, it was a Kawhi Leonard, Paul George show. I mean, you didn't get much from Marcus Morris, from Zubac, Batum, Rondo. I mean,
They just
you
need to-
barely got anything from Ibaka, but they just need to figure that shit out, which I think they will.
Yep.
So there's that game. So that game is that matchup is currently 1-0 in favor of the Mavericks, but we still have our Clippers or the Clippers winning, not our.
Yes.
Yeah,
Our.
we put these predictions out before this started. I promise.
Yes.
Okay. So then we have the Nuggets and the Blazers.
I put in the Blazers.
I put in the Nuggets. I forgot that Jamal Murray was injured.
Oh.
Okay. So I forgot that Jamal Murray was injured.
I watched the game that he got injured in.
I did too. I just forgot. But I'm going to stick with the Nuggets. But the first game happened yesterday. The Blazers beat the Nuggets. Off of principle, I'm going to stick with the Nuggets. I don't want to be that guy. It's fine. I didn't know. I forgot. I'm a dumbass. It's okay.
Which is interesting because Denver is third in the West.
Yeah, they had a good run at the end.
Good run.
I mean, and Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic, Michael Porter Jr. They have a squad. They have a squad. But the Blazers, I mean, Damian Lillard, C.J. McCollum, Melo. I mean, it's just a lot of firepower on offense.
All right, so the last one on the West, Suns versus Lakers.
So that one didn't like take that much brain power from me
Really?
when I was doing the prediction.
What did you put?
I put the Lakers.
I put the Lakers too. So let me say why though. I know that the Suns are having an insane.
Yeah. So the Suns, for those that don't know, the Suns are the 2nd seed and the Lakers are the 7th seed here.
Yes, but I still feel like it's a Laker.
It is, man. Anthony Davis and LeBron missed like 30 games apiece almost.
Yeah, and now they're back.
It wasn't
and they're
30, but it was like
they had a
high 20s.
yeah, and they had a long break.
Yeah.
so they're ready.
I just don't see how the Suns could match up against this problem. But what a tough break for the Suns.
I know, right?
Because the Suns haven't made the playoffs in like 20 years or some shit.
I know.
It's like
Steve
maybe
Nash.
not 20, but like because Steve Nash or whatever. But
now Steve Nash
It's
is-
been at least 10. Like I would think it was 10. Like and they're like, oh, we grinded the season out. We got to the 2nd seed. Good job, boys. Way to do it. Let's pop champagne. Let's go crazy. Let's go to the strip club.
Anthony Davis and
then Anthony Davis and LeBron just
come
show
back,
up.
and then they're like,
Just show up. Like, oh my god.
damn, they couldn't get the 8th seed.
Yeah, it's that. What a tough break. But yeah, I think the Lakers got that one.
Yeah.
So that was the West.
That was the West.
That was the West. Okay.
Let's go to the East.
So the East, we have the first matchup between the first and eighth. That's the Sixers and the Wizards.
Yes.
Okay, so this was a tough choice for me.
Really?
No.
Well, come on.
It wasn't.
I mean, I get because you're a Wizards fan.
No, I'm not.
You're a Wizards fan.
I'm not a Wizards fan. Go Nets, go. No, the Wizards.
Oops.
Okay, so
You had Philly.
I had Philly. I mean,
had
Philly is far and away the better team.
So what would happen? And I'm gonna get this on the record before this round finishes from you.
Mm-hmm.
What if the Wizards beat the Sixers? Because honestly, the Sixers aren't really like consistent in the playoffs.
That's true.
They're not.
That's true.
So
That's
what
true.
would happen
Yeah.
if the Wizards win this piece? Are you back to being a Wizards fan?
No.
Really?
No, the answer is no.
Even after that,
Yeah.
like they blow out the first team,
You know
the
why?
first seed in the
You know
East.
why? I'm taking a stand. You know how people are like, I'm taking back the value of my vote, so I'm just not gonna vote. I'm taking a stand. I'm taking ownership of my fandom.
Okay.
Okay. And I refuse to support this team until we win a championship.
Oh, okay. So I know that we're like deviating off the topic, but it's still the topic. What needs to happen for you to become a Wizards fan again?
We need to be title contenders. So to me, Kawhi needs to come here in the summer, and then I'll be back. This isn't a bandwagon thing. This is me going 23 years being a fan of a franchise that has historically made some of the worst roster decisions of all time. Okay, they're signing Davis Bertans for $80 million. This dude can't hit a three to save his goddamn life anymore.
But bro, we've had some good players.
We've had some good players, and that's why when we had like when they did good shit, I recognize you did good shit. Now, granted, the whole Wall, Beal, Morris, Oubre, Porter, Gortat era, we had like 5 centers for no reason, paying each one about $15 million a pop, like so just eating up our cap space. But
Yeah.
you know what? It's fine. Let's just keep going.
Okay,
'Cause
Sixers.
My therapist told me that.
No, okay, Sixers next.
So Sixers. Who do we have next?
Knicks and Atlanta, and the Hawks.
Knicks and the Hawks at 4th and 5th. So we're actually doing a bracket that was put out by the actual NBA. So if you guys are wondering why the hell are they not going 2nd and 8th, it's because the winner of the 1st and 8th plays the winner of the 4th and 5th.
Exactly.
So every prediction that we've had so far, the winners of those in pairs, like the first one, second one that we said, third one, fourth one we said, are the ones that actually play each other.
Correct.
Okay. So right now we have the Knicks and the Hawks.
I did Knicks.
I did the Knicks too. Julius Randle is a problem this year. He's a problem this year, and the Hawks just...
Even though it can go either way.
It could go either way. It could go either way.
I think the Knicks will come out on top.
I think the Knicks will come out on top. This is their first playoff appearance in such a long time, so I think that this means a lot to them. Atlanta's been there a few times, but this team hasn't, I don't think. But like Trae Young and them, I don't think have been to the playoffs yet, so should be interesting.
All right, so now the other East.
So we have Bucks and Heat. So the Bucks were the 3rd seed. The Heat was the 5th seed.
Yes, I obviously chose Mutombo.
Antetokounmpo. Yeah, so they played on Saturday,
Yep.
right? They played on Saturday. They got the Bucks won in overtime. The Heat are always a problem, and they match up very well with the Bucks because you could throw Bam Adebayo on Giannis.
The Heat is the opposite of the Sixers in the playoffs. Like they don't have
They
a great
overperform.
season, and then they just like go
Overperform.
insane in the
yeah,
playoffs.
they're going to overperform. I would be.
They're going to be a problem for the Bucks.
I picked the Bucks, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if the Heat won. Let's not forget, ladies and gentlemen, the Heat went to the NBA championship like last year. They went to the finals.
Yeah.
Okay, so
against the Lakers, and they played
against
insane.
the Lakers, they played very well. It's just like they were out of their league.
Yeah.
So then you have the Nets and the Celtics. So the Nets and the Celtics also played on Saturday.
That was a good game.
That was a very good game. KD had 32 points, I think 10 rebounds. Kyrie had a 39
Yeah,
piece,
but like Boston played
or
pretty
29
well too.
piece. But yeah, so Jason Tatum, I mean, he didn't drop his 50 though. That's the problem.
key. Yeah, but I still think he played really well.
He got 22 points. I mean, he did.
That was
a good
the first
enough
time I
job.
see Tatum on a temper.
It was a lot of free throws. It's a lot of free throws.
and he
that
missed
game.
a lot.
A lot of free throws that game. And then you have the Nets, their big three between Harden, Kyrie, and Kevin Durant. Bro,
I don't know how you stop
They
these
scored
guys.
82 points.
I know.
And I think even if one of them hypothetically goes down, they'll still probably.
But do you know
make
what's scary to me is that they weren't doing well in the first half. Nets. The Nets were not doing well.
Their big three only played together this season less than 10 times because of the injuries.
All right.
So, I mean, it takes a while to figure out, but when you have Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, James Harden, it's gonna get figured out.
Yeah.
You know, so we both have the Nets winning that. I don't think there's a reality where Boston even takes more than a game or two.
I think they'll get one.
They might get one.
But they're a good matchup.
They're a good match.
They just won't
They
win.
would have been a better matchup if Jaylen Brown.
Yeah. Is he coming back anytime?
No, he's done. He's done.
Yeah,
He's
done.
He's forked. He's done.
All right, so that's our predictions. We put them on Instagram. Go ahead and look at them. Comment on the picture if you think we're like stupid on any one of them.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Let us know, because I think that the NBA playoffs this year has a little more competition than usual. I think there's a lot, because especially in the East, you have teams like at the top level, Philly, the Nets, and the Bucks are all better. Like, to me, that top three is better than the top three right now in the West, which is the Jazz, Suns, and Nuggets.
Did you notice on Saturday the Nets and Boston game? Mm-hmm. Did you notice the crowd? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like, they're back.
They're back.
Like,
They're back like they
full.
never left.
It's like full.
Yeah, the Knicks sold out, I think, what was it, like 15,000 tickets in Madison Square Garden
I swear it looked
for the
more.
game that was on
It
Sunday.
it looked way more. They were all crammed together.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's
That's
crazy.
good, because Durant, after the game, he was like, it was just our first time playing with this big of a crowd, and, it took us time to adjust, and that's his excuse for not playing well in the first half.
I absolutely think that could be
be a
a
factor.
contributing factor.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, let's be real. Like, I had a phase where I was an athlete, right? Hundreds and thousands of people were lining up for me, and I know that. All right, let's change the subject.
Y'all know I got confused for a second.
Okay, well,